Father. Monsignor, fathers, sisters, men of the seminary, fellow business people. My name is Greg Pullis. I've been a lawyer for 50 years too long. And I'm here to give just a little talk about my life and influences in my life. I got my faith from my two great Catholic parents, also the good sisters of St. Anne's School in North Minneapolis and the priests at the old Nazareth Hall. I don't know if any of the fathers can remember Nazareth Hall. We had a gathering on our 75th birthday of those of us who are still alive recently, and lamented the loss of that wonderful facility for about the 500th time. In my life, there have been a number of influences. 5 years into my practice, John Paul II became Pope. And so for me, he has been the greatest influence in my religious life. I grew up downtown, went to school downtown, worked downtown, and so I spent a lot of time at St. Olaf's. And there I met Monsignor Francis Fleming. Now, he was the pastor, but he was really the ruler of St. Olaf's, if any of you knew him. And he taught me the virtue of being stalwart in my faith and being courageous in an increasingly hostile secular society. From there, my wife Michelle and I raised our kids out at Holy Name in Plymouth, and I met the great Benedictine Arnold Weber. And Arnold taught me the virtue of putting my faith into practice, and he had so many terrific lines. One of them, when he was counseling us men in marriage, was, just give in and try not to have your feelings be hurt. I also met there his sidekick, who was Deacon Joe Worsham, and Joe had the saying, yeah, your faith is fine, but roll up your sleeves and get to work. And so he brought me into the Ascension School in North Minneapolis, and for decades he and many others, we worked on making sure that black kids in the city had a decent education. From there, I met Monsignor Aloysius Callahan, and he taught me the virtue of being fun as a Catholic. He had a smile on his face, and I'm so happy to hear that he's doing better. I then met Bishop Lee Pichet, and he taught me the virtue of sacrifice because he gave up, his position in the church for the church. So I've always had a special place for him. From there, I met Father Spencer Howe, and he taught me the virtue of overextending myself because he gets involved in everything. And he also introduced me to Peter Kreeft and some very good Catholic philosophy. And then Father Bryce Evans. So he started this oratory, Filippo Neri here, and he taught me that you can be brilliant and quiet. And from there, I met Father Joseph Johnson. Now, I ran into him 30 years ago, quite by accident. We were taking a bunch of homeschoolers in Latin to Rome, and there I run into him in the Rome airport. And we've been fast friends since, and he taught me the virtue of knowledge, because there is nothing that he doesn't know. And he taught me to appreciate the good, the true, and the beautiful. And finally, Sister Maria Celi. So I teach with her. I'm the substitute teacher in Latin at Holy Family. And she has taught me the beauty of complete commitment to the church. And she just radiates this happiness. It's like the virtue of radiation. So all these holy men and women, I'm not the paradigm of a virtuous business leader, but I'm trying. And all these good, holy men and women have helped me in my life make better decisions, be more compassionate, kind, certainly to be a better husband and father, and I'm hopeful that in some small way they've made me a better Catholic. And that's my story. Thank you.